I thought that they kind of got a good lead in that first half. I thought that we ended up fighting back, getting it back pretty close. We talked about at halftime that they was gonna come out a little bit more amped up and be able to take their pressure. And I think the first, 7-8 possessions, it was like 6 turnovers. And I'm not gonna say that was a ball game, but again, I think that anytime, you go down 10, 12, 14 points, it's just a battle. Always try to fight back and fight back. And again, I think that, but overall, we kept fighting and cut into the lead, and we missed some shots down the end of the stretch. But I think that we're starting to have these slow second halves, so we probably I don't know if we got to change lineups up or something. But our start of those first 2-3 minutes, just we got to get better at it. So we just got to look at it, just figure out what the lineups are. Maybe got to change lineups or something, or maybe got to get them out there earlier for warm-ups, or something has to change.
I know you still need to look at film and everything after this loss, but would you say that is the thing you need to put your finger on for this loss, is that slow second half start?
Yeah, it happened. It happened out at Xavier, and then we came back, and I can't really think of all the other games, but and it is not. I think it's a little bit more of maybe the mindset, because it wasn't so much that it was about traps. It was more so about our errors. And I think we kind of just started throwing the ball all over the gym, and it was just, we was throwing it right to them. So I think the mindset of coming out in the second half is just got to get better at it.
How did it affect the game plan when PJ went out?
I think it hurts a little bit. I think it now, because it forced a lot of other guys to play the point. Celis is tired, DJ's tired, Mason ended up playing some point, Jalen ended up playing some point, and so I think we end up doing something that we normally don't do with so many guys playing the point. But I think with that type of pressure, it kind of wears at you for a while. So, and with him, he's a one-man press breaker. So, it definitely hurt us.
Did you see Flagger 2 from the bench?
I think so. I mean, he grabbed him. I don't know Flagger 2 or Flagger 1, but he definitely grabbed him. And so, we talked about it that, it's different ways. And I know he wasn't trying to intentionally hurt him. And I think it probably more so just frustrated off the turnover. And then you come back and you make a silly foul. But I think it's something too that, as a group, is something we can learn from. But definitely not having him definitely hurt us.
At the end there, after you guys made a run to get it back to within 8 points or so, I feel like at that point you guys just stopped being able to knock down shots. Were you happy with the shots you were getting?
Yeah, we got a couple open 3-point looks. We had a couple, couple pull-ups, and you just didn't make them. And so, but again, when it's all said and done, I think that, again, I think they are competing. I think they are playing hard. They're sticking with it. There's definitely times they could have laid down and, instead of losing by 10 or 11, it could have been a 40-point blowout. So on the other hand, I think the positive is that, they're sticking with it, and, and we're young. There's a lot of guys that haven't really been in this type of environment, and there's guys that now that are forced to be leaders, guys that are forced to make plays. That there's a lot of guys here that are more of the guys that were role guys in a way. So now I think here, is some guys that are forced to do things that they haven't been used to doing. So.
Was DJ the guy you wanted to go to handle the ball? He got extended time handling the ball, like you said. Was he the first guy you wanted to go to?
Well, normally it's Celis, but I think Celis is now guarding the 4, and he's playing he's guarding 1 through 4, and he's playing the 1 through 4, and I think that at times he we got to keep him out there on the court. And, so DJ will be our next guy that we go to. And actually, it's a freshman. I think he's out there. He made some mistakes, but again, he's playing strong. He's playing confident, and I think you got to live with some of those mistakes that he makes. And we knew we were going to have turnovers. So some of them were careless, but again, I thought that overall he did a pretty good job.
You guys prepare anything extra, knowing that they're the second in the country in steals and have their turnover margin?
We try to work on traps. I think it's one of those deals too where it's something you can't really prepare for. because it's something that you're not used to playing. And I thought that we try to do a lot of different, trapping drills, passing drills, but I think that until you actually go do it and go, actually play it live first them, it's just totally different. But I think it's always too, it's good to play teams like that because, I think in the long run it kind of prepares you. Even if, you don't see somebody like that this year, even the following year, it's just something that you could always, you've been through it.
One more for Coach.
What was your message to the team after fifth straight loss?
Also, we got to keep our heads up. I think that a lot of games, in the last 5 that we lost, it's a couple mistakes here or there that the outcome of the game could have been different, or the game could have been closer. And at the end, and I'm learning too as a coach, and I think that there's some things after every game that I adjust to that I'm thinking won't do that again, or we should have done that. So I think overall, myself, the team, it's just we're all in a learning process that I think it just helps us grow as a staff and grow as players. So.
All right, thanks, guys.